Hello, my name is Mikelle Newer. My preferred pronouns are she and hers. I am a teaching professor in the School of Oceanography. I want to talk about a topic that I struggle with when planning my own online courses. That's selecting content. I want to help you think about what's essential to include, what you should consider omitting, and what type of instruction or content delivery should be synchronous versus asynchronous. No matter which you choose, clear and consistent organization is key and allows you and your students to focus on what actually matters, the learning. My first tip is to create a welcome video or spend time the first day of class going over your course syllabus and schedule, learning goals, and actually show your students how to navigate through your course site. In selecting content for your course, you need to carefully consider the course learning goals and select content that supports and gives students practicing and achieving those goals. Make sure there is a balance, variety, and the opportunity for students to engage in the content. When it comes to adding material to a course, there's a tendency to either over or underdo it. It can be tempting to build your course around textbook chapters and call it done. But you really need more than this to support student learning and engage your students. Alternatively, with so many resources available on our topics and the ease of posting or linking them online, you can overwhelm students and actually hinder their learning. Best practice begins with your learning goals and only posting materials that support those goals. In addition to your course text, consider what other resources will help students learn. You may want to have students read a scholarly journal article that reinforces a very important idea, or maybe watch YouTube videos that shows them how to do something relevant. Try to find content that is interactive and allows them to practice what they are learning. Most importantly, provide your students with the one thing that they cannot get from other resources: your own experiences, your research, and your ideas on the topics. But please, avoid the temptation to simply record the lecture that you would normally give in your face-to-face class. Instead, I suggest recording or structuring your virtual lectures in 5 to 8 minute segments focused on the most important content and framed around your course or class period learning goals. In addition to the materials you provide the students, explain how to use those materials for the course. Be clear about how the materials are going to help them in achieving the course goals. For example, beside that link to a journal article, include text that explains why the article is relevant and point out any specific content that you want your students to focus on to help them prepare for class or for an assignment. You also need to be sure that the materials you post are accessible to everyone. This means that images need alternative text and PDFs should be scanned in as text, not images. This allows for screen readers to describe images and read the text. Videos need closed captioning for the hearing impaired, and audio files should have transcripts. These additions to your posted materials make your course better for all, as many students would rather read text than watch video or listen to audio. And Canvas makes this easy to do with guides to accessibility. Now, on to what content and activities should be delivered synchronously and which should be delivered asynchronously. Depending on your learning objectives, learners can benefit from both. In my courses, I reserve our scheduled or synchronous class time for interactive activities and discussions. I sometimes give short lectures with lots of polling, or I put my students into breakout rooms for group work or discussions. My students collaborate in real time on problem sets using Google Docs or Google Slides. A big benefit of synchronous learning is that it enables students to ask questions and receive answers on the spot, while also collaborating with their co-learners. Of course, the biggest benefit to asynchronous delivery is flexibility and the ability for learners to set their own pace. Just like in life and with food, variety is key, and I suggest you include both delivery types in your own courses. Thank you for your time in watching this. Remember that we're all in this together. It's really important to reach out and brainstorm with your colleagues. And when you need help, UW CTL and UW LT is there to support you. Thank you.